Do your best zombie impression. Go. That's like Frankenstein.
Oh, is it? What, zombies put their hands out?
I suppose.
What do zombies do? No.
And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Sit Down Standards Kickstarter Preview. My name's David Bray. I'm joined as always by my favorite board gamer, my wife, Alyssa.
Hello.
And today we're taking a look at the 2 to 6 player abstract take that card game, The Golfing Dead, designed by Adam Decker. It is the zombie apocalypse, but guess what? It's no better time to play 18 holes of golf, right?
Nope.
So what players are going to be doing is working to try to be the best player on the golf course. Meanwhile, there's zombies everywhere. But before we determine who's going to win the blood-stained green jacket, let's find out what's included in the game. Take it away, Alyssa.
All right. In this game, you're going to get a deck of cards. In the deck of cards, you have two types. You have your stroke cards, and you also have your action cards. Action cards include, like, kind of take that cards, one-off abilities for most of them, and they can be zombie urine, which protects you for a round. You want to bathe in some urine.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you can also have toxic waste, which you play on another player so they lose a turn.
Yes.
And there's many more other take that cards.
Yeah, so the way you set up the game is with the first set of cards, what Alyssa talked about, those stroke cards, these actually are numbered from -3 to
plus 10.
Yeah, and this is what you're going to essentially add up at the end of the game to determine who's the victor. These are victory points.
That'll be your total points, whatever in your 9x9 grid, 3x3 grid.
Yeah, so you take 9 cards and you set up a 3x3 grid in front of you. And there's a couple rules to how you...
All facing down starting.
Yeah, all facing down. So there's a couple things about how at the end of the game you're going to determine your score. Just like anytime you play golf, lowest score wins. So you're trying to get the least amount of points in this game. But what you're going to do at the end of the game, basically when someone has flipped over all 9 of their cards face up, that triggers the end of the game, and then you start counting up points for all the different players. But those cards that have different numbers on them, if you get essentially a tic-tac-toe, so think 3 vertically, 3 horizontally, or the other way, or 3 diagonally, those cancel out and equal 0. So you're kind of trying to do this tic-tac-toe with the different cards.
So if you have a row of +3, +3, +3, you would think 9 points, but that all cancels each other out.
Right, and ends up becoming 0. So you're working to not only get the lowest points, but kind of set up cards so that they are all in sets of 3.
Right.
So in addition, on your turn, what you're going to do is you're going to have your 9 cards in front of you face down. You have a couple different options as your first part. You're going to take the stroke phase. You're going to basically either flip over one of your cards face up, or you can start taking cards from the draw pile and replacing cards that you have in front of you, or you can take from the discard pile and replace the cards in front of you. Then you get to the fun part of the game. This is
His fun part of the game.
The take that. Then you get to play these action cards, and they're pretty wicked. They've got a couple different ones to choose from. You have things that are kind of like protection. We keep talking about zombie urine. This you bathe on you so you smell like a zombie, so no one can attack you for a round. You have. I like the zombie gophers. These allow you to move cards, so you can, remember we were talking about that tic-tac-toe, so this allows you to move maybe a card from the first row down to the bottom row. But there's cards that you can play that mess with the other player. For instance, there's one that's a sand trap, so this will allow you to
Quick sand trap, yeah.
Yeah, quick sand trap. So this will allow you to take 3 cards from the draw pile.
The draw pile, right, and then you can look at them and you can... you can switch it out with another opponent's card.
Right, so you can start screwing up their tic-tac-toes.
So they might have a tic-tac-toe, or maybe they just have a really low, like a -3, and you happen to draw a +10, and you're like, hey, I'll switch that out for you. Yeah. So you can also do that for them.
It's an incredibly easy game to learn, probably. I mean, the instructions are a page of text, really, and then you pick it up really quick. But what I learned about this game, we've played it quite a few times, there is strategy involved here. One thing that I noticed, there's a card that allows you to kind of sneak a peek at your cards without other...
The night vision.
Yeah, the night vision. This one allows you to look at your cards without anybody else seeing them. And if you can work to keep your cards face down, then your opponent doesn't know how to mess with you in a certain way.
Well, they can mess with you, but they're blindly messing with you.
Right.
Because, they don't know what they might be helping you out by switching out cards.
Right. And you might look at your cards like you have let's say a +5 and a +10, and you're going, oh my gosh, I got way too many points. But if you actually get that set of 3, it's just as good as 0. So there is actually a lot of depth in this simple card game. I had a really great time playing it. I love take that card games. I'm a big fan of them. I like things that come in a small package. You can take it with you on the go.
It's a good buffer just to start the night.
Yeah, definitely a good.
Or just anytime also. And one thing I learned the first few times we played it, it was like, okay, there's not, but once you get going, there's a lot of strategy to it.
Yeah, there is.
And there's ways to really hold off the game, make it go longer.
Right.
In your benefit.
Yeah, because remember we talked about the way the game, essentially the final round is triggered is once that 9th card in that 3x3 grid is flipped over. So you can kind of gauge on how long you want the game to go, or you can kind of try to work to get your strategy set up before you start moving towards the end of the game.
Yeah, because once you have what you want, maybe once your grid's set, you're like, okay, we need to get this ended so they can't mess with me more.
Right. So again, super easy to play. Right now, they're on Kickstarter. They're fully funded. So right now, if you pledge, you're going to get a copy of the game. Right now, you can pick up a copy for $22 for the copy of the game. And what we'll do, if you want to find out more information about their Kickstarter, we'll put a link right here. So if you click right here, this will take you to their Kickstarter page where you can learn more about it. Really, I had a ton of fun playing this. I like simple card games, although we love heavy games. This is a great card game. It's fun for anybody to play. You can play with up to 6 players. It's easy to learn.
I think it's great for anyone in a group of crowd.
Plus, it has zombies in it. Come on, man. Zombies.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's The Golfing Dead from Adam Decker. Till next time. Bye.
See ya.